Welcome to the season finale of The Bachelor, Critical Reader Edition. I am your host, Chris. As you know, I am here to pretty much state the obvious. Now, let's just go talk to the Bachelor, Sir Novikov.
Hello, Novikov. Hello again.
So it's been such a journey. How do you think the quest to find the most improved critical reader has gone?
Well, I use the word reader loosely. One cannot read a book. One can only reread a book.
But I can't.
No.
Okay then, so tonight is the night. Do you have any idea on who you might choose?
I'm just trying to stay aloof.
So you have no idea.
I must remain aloof.
Well, I guess you have some thinking to do.
No, I cannot use my brain solely to make a decision.
Okay. Then I guess you will listen to your heart.
Actually, I cannot. I must use my spine.
Good luck with your spine. We'll be right back. This is the final rose ceremony. Novikov? Emma? Past Emma? There are two of you and one rose. Only one of you will get the rose, and the other one will not. This is the final rose ceremony.
This has been a great experience, which makes tonight really hard because Emma has been my closest friend throughout all of this. We've been so close, we've been like that. And she's just the only one that I could trust throughout this entire show.
In reading, one should notice and fondle the details. In this process, I have done such. Now,
excuse me, sir. I would like to say one thing before you make your final decision. Throughout this show, I have grown as a critical reader by enhancing my skills and remaining aloof and not identifying myself with other characters in reading.
You know what? I never liked her. I never trusted her. And I know I'm right. I know I'm right now. Never liked her. In the Gun Control Reading Journal, Past Emma states,
in the beginning of one paragraph, the author says all of the benefits of handguns without mentioning other types of guns. Yet, she supports unrestricted ownership of all guns. This is very ignorant of her. She must discuss all guns with their benefits and negatives to correctly support her claim.
This shows how quickly Past Emma made judgments and was therefore unable to consider and comprehend the author's ideas. This ultimately affected her understanding of the author's argument.
where did that come from?
On the other hand, in my Modest Proposal reading journal, I showed the developed skill.
When first reading this proposal, readers will be shocked, but the more you read, you figure out the satirical element and his overall message, which is not eating babies. Once you understand his point, it becomes funny.
Since I was able to not judge harshly, I did not have strong opinions throughout the piece that would blind me from understanding the satirical style. Once I found out what the author was referring to, I was able to make much more accurate judgments of the proposal and clearly understand the author's purpose. I also show the developed skill in my reading journal of The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. If I were to make snap judgments about the book Huck Finn, I would honestly think it was a racist book with a lot of weird predicaments. To understand this book, one must look at the situation as a whole and study it for a purpose. By remaining unopinionated while reading, it allowed me to find a deeper meaning while analyzing it.
Twain emphasizes this satire with the diction throughout the novel or the overuse of the N-word. He wanted to show how ridiculous these so-called religious people were being by using the N-word in every other sentence.
Obviously, the N-word is used so frequently to make a point about the time period. If one were to quickly make judgments and not remain aloof, they might base the whole book on one swear word and deem it as inappropriate, which perhaps could be the reason why the book has been banned in so many schools. Remaining aloof is a good skill to obtain because it helps the reader fully understand the author's ideas and gets the true message and purpose of the piece of writing.
Is this allowed? Can someone... Hello? Can she do this?
Another skill I have advanced in is not identifying myself with a character in a writing. Past Emma states in the reunion reading journal,
It's understandable for Charlie to want to give up trying, since no one will want to put in effort and get disrespect in return. Even though it seems harsh to lose hope in a family member, it's a decision I would make and has to be done.
By past Emma identifying and sticking up for one of the characters, Charlie, she is biased towards one side and will not assess the other characters correctly. She is no longer reading the author's characters, she is reading herself. However, I show the skill in my reading journal A&P.
Sammy spends the first page and a half judging the girls. As soon as they walk by, he judges every aspect of their appearance, which was a little aggravating. He points out their flaws. He uses his judgments based on looks and draws assumptions.
Even though I was somewhat bothered by Sammy's judgments, I was able to not identify myself with the group of girls, which was tempting, and not look negatively on Sammy's character. Despite the very strong feminist views that I have, I did not bash Sammy and simply stated what he thought and what he did in the writing. I was able to not relate to the girls, which would be easy to do, and instead I focused on the story as a whole. Not identifying with a character is important while reading because the goal is to completely and correctly analyze the author's characters, and that cannot be done when you make it personal and turn the characters into something they are not. This also leads to misreadings and misunderstandings of the text, which is the opposite of critical reading.
I didn't know we were doing speeches, so... There is still one rose left. Well, my decision is obvious. And the final rose goes to Emma. Thank you so much. Emma has accepted the final rose. We know! We were all here. We all saw what happened just now. Why are you here? You're just saying everything we're doing. You know what? It doesn't matter. I don't care anymore because I'm done. I didn't want that rose. I never wanted it. I'm done. I'm out of here. There is a car outside to take you home. Thank you! Finally something that's useful. I'm out of here.
I wanted it. I wanted the rose. Liar.
This isn't even a real rose. I told you, you must pay attention to the details. I never said it was going to be an actual rose. This is what... Well, congratulations, Emma. And thank you, America, for joining us on this extremely weird edition of The Bachelor that will hopefully never happen again. Have a good evening.